I can't believe how much people are still talking about the Green Bay Packers after their Monday Night Football loss. It seems like every show I turn on, whether radio, whether it's television, whether it's podcasts, or I'm scrolling through, and I know that the social media aggregates stuff to your preferences, to your likes. So I get that that's an unreliable source of information. But people are still ranting and raving about what Green Bay put on tape on Monday night against the Eagles. I heard Dan Orlovsky and Chris Canty arguing this morning on my drive in on Unsportsmanlike about Jordan Love. They feel very differently, Gabe, about Jordan Love, where he is, what he's shown this season.
Yeah, and I mean, it's two guys that I know. Canty was on First Take earlier this week talking about how, I guess maybe he's a Matt LaFleur guy. I don't know. But he was ranting about how Jordan Love's going to get Matt LaFleur fired because he's not good enough. And Orlovsky, a little more nuanced. He's diving into the tape, and he kind of likes what he sees. I guess when it comes to quarterback play, I'm going to rely on the quarterback. And also, like, we've seen the good stuff from Jordan. But this is, when it comes to Jordan, we were hoping he would take that step closer to consistency that we have not obviously seen, which is tough when you're under pressure 40% of the time.
It's all because of Carolina. If they smoked Carolina and they played like this, everyone would be like, Buffalo has a game like this. Everyone kind of has a game like this.
Oh, the old clunker.
It's compounded by the crap they laid at home against Carolina. And now it's just snowballing.
And I think that was compounded by the performance they had against the Browns, right? If the Browns exist in a vacuum, I think you're like, to your point, Chew, you have a clunker, you figure stuff out. If you, like you've said, Gabe, if you go out against the Panthers and you show that you learned from those errors.
You score 31 points. Win that game 31-16.
Shrug.
And then even exactly what happens on Monday happens.
NBD.
And it's 10-7. It's like,
It'd be like
they had an off night too.
Yeah, they had
type of thing.
A couple of good defenses, couldn't figure it out. You didn't have Tucker Kraft, takes more time. Like you could, the excuses could just write themselves.
They would be saying, Philadelphia and Green Bay, kind of the same team.
Yeah,
see in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Man, can you imagine? Yeah, that's what the conversation. Can you imagine if these two teams meet up in the playoffs again?
Yeah,
what kind of fun would that be? That would be the conversation around the Green Bay Packers team.
I tell you what, they lose to the Giants and. Over. Done. Smell ya. Go to next year.
You think that's too far? You think they can't come back from that?
Yeah. That would tell me the tents are folded, the car's packed, feeling sorry for yourself.
Yeah.
And it's done.
The Giants, who are currently coachless, or at least interim coached, they are. What's the Jackson Dart latest? He's out, right? I saw Jameis Winston is been elevated.
Seems that they're going to keep him out of the game with a concussion. So Jameis is going to be their starter.
Scatterman is out. Like it's not. It's not the Giants team.
But,
yeah.
Do you guys know who you're picking? I don't know who I'm picking yet. I really don't.
I'm picking the Giants to cover the 7.5 or 6.5, whatever it's at. That's for damn sure.
That's a good bet. Gosh. That is a solid bet. And what's the under? 7?
I think it's like in the 40s, if I remember.
No way.
It's low 40s.
Slam the under, too.
43.5 is the total.
What a brain by me.
That's solid.
So here's the thing, right? I've always been taught that it's all well and good to just complain about things, but if you don't have solutions, you're just adding to the problem. So I figure here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, we could be a little solution-oriented, and it is inspired by our guy, Joshy. Joshy, your big brain, as you just referenced, coming through for us earlier this week.
Whoa.
What?
You don't need to pump him up any more than he... Like, let's not do that.
Here's what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to take credit for this idea.
You don't have...
Joshy.
Look, there's a difference between not taking credit... and then pumping up Josh.
There's a sweet spot, you're saying.
Yes.
Hit the sweet spot.
You didn't find
Hit the strike zone, would you? Hey, trying to paint the corners here. Joshy, your idea earlier this week when we were talking was, screw it, let's try it. And it was, the things you've been doing aren't working. This is a dusty, boring, predictable, vanilla offense that the Green Bay Packers are currently running. We all agree the defense looks terrific. The defense has been doing their job. They've been holding teams to under 16 points. That is what you should do as an NFL defense, and you should expect that your offense can put up more points than that, and you can walk out of those games with wins. But the offense has been blech. So, screw it. Let's try it. Joshy, can you give me a little, I don't know, game show music, a little, like, ideas music, a little creative? That'll work, yeah. Da-da-da. Okay, So we're throwing out ideas here today. This is the idea of the segment. It's screw it, let's try it. Or silty, if you will. Maybe you don't want to say screw it, let's try it. You can refer to it as silty. Give me some ideas of things that the Green Bay Packers could do to shake up this offense, to leave the defense guessing. Gabe, I'll start with you.
Let's go one game. Again, you don't have to do it for the rest of just one game without a bubble screen. Can we just go one game? That's all I'm asking. I just want one game where Matt LaFleur doesn't call the play, where Jordan Love takes the snap, looks to his left, and flips it to Savion Williams to, at best, gain 2 yards. Let's just go ahead and let's just punt on that one for a week. Let's just see if the offense can operate without it. Let's just see if we can do it.
I'm writing it down. Eliminate the bubble screen.
Or wait till Jaden Reed comes back.
Yeah, let's just sure. Again, last I checked, he's not playing this week. All right, let's just take it out this week.
Shelve
and let's
it.
see if
That's
the
what we
offense
call.
can function without the little bubble screen to Savion Williams.
All right, I like it. We're starting a little small. We're starting a little like, hey, let's not do the thing you've been doing because it hasn't been working. What else? Chewy, you got a screw it. Let's try it for the Packers this week against the Giants.
Let's let Jeff Hafley not only call the defense, but call the offense.
Whoa, all right. We went from no bubble screens to the other end of the extreme, the other end of the spectrum here.
You wanna know
Try
what's
it for
messed
a
up?
week.
I suggested the same exact thing, but my wrinkle was adding Matt LaFleur to calling the defense. So just complete switcheroo.
A little Freaky
Freaky
Friday.
Friday.
God bless America.
I've got an idea here. Hear me out. Why don't we run the Wildcat? It took over the NFL at one time. You can't run the ball the way you're trying. Bring back the Wildcat.
Do you know who you want the Wildcat to be?
I know. I
want
to
them
ask.
all.
Okay.
I want Chris
Just
Brooks, Josh Jacobs, Emmanuel Wilson. Hell, Savion Williams. Maybe he can find a role back there.
All right.
Well,
Imagine
you gotta.
all those options.
Yeah, well, you have to have an audition because you got to see who throws the football the best.
Well, we're not
Because
really gonna be throwing it. Let's be honest.
Oh, you can.
Yeah, you can, but like,
yeah, you know what?
I feel
You
like
guys-
the only time
you would-
you throw it is when you're inside the 5 and you decide to run it, and the tight end can just kind of leak out. And
We're starting at ground zero.
You
Pass
know
plays
what?
come third week.
You would be surprised how many football players cannot throw a football.
I don't think I would be.
No?
I mean,
Well, so few of them have to do it, actually.
and again, it's just high school football, Chew, but I mean, there were some really good athletes like that would go on that I knew that would go on to play college athletics and other sports. Could not throw a football.
Yeah.
Just can't do it.
Yeah. There's a lot of them.
800-990-3776.
Well,
This
even
morning,
football coaches.
we're thinking outside the box. We're getting creative. What the Packers offense has been doing is not working. It's too vanilla. It's too predictable. Defenses are calling out plays on the field. They know what Matt LaFleur's playbook looks like. So let's change it up a little, all right? No idea is too extreme, especially if Chewy can start with Jeff Hafley calling the offensive plays. Here's something for you. Why don't you run tempo for an entire drive right out of the gate? Okay, I'm not talking late in the game when you need to be aggressive. Run tempo early on, okay? Just an entire series
Yeah, I like it.
of moving quickly. Because it feels like when they do that, they got to get out of their heads a little bit, right? They're just kind of looking for the open guy, and it feels like that's when things have gotten into a rhythm. Run tempo for an entire drive early in the game.
How about a fake punt or fake field goal?
I'm listening.
When's the last time that has been done, Gabe?
I mean, the only one I could think of, Chew, and they've had to have run something since then. They've had to have run something since the Tom Crabtree play, because that was like 15 years ago at this point. They had to have had
I don't
a fake
think so.
field goal. or
Unless
punt.
there was a muff. You know?
Yeah.
I can't remember a designed, fake of punt or field goal. Just try it. I mean, you're playing a crappy team.
I've got maybe a moneymaker here.
Okay.
We've seen Micah Parsons be a monster. Micah Parsons, tight end. Specialties package.
I kind of
So we're talking like inside the 10?
Yes.
Inside the 10, bring in Micah?
Or fullback. You saw how New
Little
England did it?
H-back?
Yeah.
yeah.
You saw how New England did it with their D lineman, and that guy is a beast.
Getting Micah Parsons in a little space there. Whew.
Yeah.
He's quick.
Listen,
Can he catch? Do we have any idea if he can catch?
No bad
We'll work on
ideas.
Okay.
This morning
With the jugs.
on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Lots of reaction rolling in already on the Carbless Talk and text line. It would appear as though the Packers faithful are also interested in changing it up a little, shaking it up a little. Put Malik Willis at quarterback for 10 plays. That from John in the 920. Johnny gets a little bit more pedestrian here. He says, screw it. Let's try it. Catching the ball, making the throws that are there, blocking the guy across from you. It's not that
Not helpful.
complicated.
Not helpful. Too direct.
I mean, honestly, those are good ideas as well. But
But since the first one you mentioned there about Malik Willis having a package, what about, and hear me out, Jordan Love and Malik Willis on the field at the same time?
I love it. I love it. I love it. Why not? Screw it.
Little
Let's try
whodunit.
it.
Oh, I was about to say that's just kind of, I feel like that's the next evolution of the Wildcat, right? Yeah, you go from 2 running backs. Oh, now that you think you're ready for 2 running backs back there, what do you do with 2 quarterbacks back there?
Exactly.
Now what are you going to do?
Have the defense guessing.
I mean, the other one that I've got that it's pretty simple. Something that Joshy and I have been longing for quite some time at this point. Screw it, let's try it. What if we just, give Matthew Golden 8 targets in a game?
Oh, my gosh.
Like, what if we decide to take the guy who's a first-round pick, who has multiple skills that all these other wide receivers have, and combined into one player?
Including 4-2 speed.
Let's just try to give him 8 targets, see what happens. See if that could jumpstart an offense.
Could work, Chew.
Is he playing this week?
I listened to Matt LaFleur's press conference. They said they're trying to work him back in to see where he's at. No idea what that means, but it seems possible.
Okay.
800-990-3776. It's a silty morning here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Screw it. Let's try it. What the Packers offense has been doing isn't working. We're trying to think outside the box a little here, offer some suggestions, offer some solutions. I got a lot of reaction rolling in on the Carbless Talk and text line. I love that everybody is sort of playing along with us, right? Colin in the 414 says, all receivers and corners switch positions. Not just Bo Belton, all right? So you're throwing the receivers out there as your DBs. You got your DBs coming in to catch the ball. It's going to be disastrous. But you know what? Screw it. Let's try it. How much worse could it be?
Just trying to picture Malik Heath trying to cover someone right now, and it's bad. It's bad.
Let's go out to the phone lines this morning, guys. Andy and Grafton waiting patiently on the line. Andy, you're on with Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Screw it. Let's try it. What do you got?
Well, I thought of a third one. So since your offensive line is struggling, maybe don't snap the ball at 1 on the play count every single time you're dropping back to pass.
Again?
2.
Yeah.
2. If
Yeah.
you want to be a running football team, maybe put Jordan Love under center so then Josh Jacobs can actually run to get the football instead of standing still and then handing the ball off to him.
I agree. And you know
and-
what? Another thing, it's so much better for your play action game to not
Yes.
be in the shotgun.
And third, maybe throw the ball on first down every once in a while.
That's asking too much. That's crazy.
That's a bridge too far.
That's crazy.
I think I would want to extend that to second down as well.
Sure,
seeing as how
sure,
They
yeah.
threw the ball ran the ball 75% of the time on second down.
I did have
on Monday night.
I did have an epiphany in the last 24 hours, guys. Remember how I've been so angry about Matt LaFleur saying I hate third down? Yeah, I would too if it was always 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8,
Yeah.
3rd and 9. You know, like that is really what is directing your relationship with third down right
Has
now,
there
Matt
ever
LaFleur.
been more mixed messaging than a person saying they hate third down, yet running it on 2nd and 7 to get to 2nd and 9?
Yeah, just setting up the
39,
worst
sorry.
possible scenario for your offense. Don weighing in the 262. Try a no-huddle offense. Roll out the quarterback. Switch to Malik Willis. 5 wide, no Melton, 6 linemen. Anything is better than what we've seen. This is why we are here, guys. This is why we are here. What the Packers have been doing offensively isn't working. There's a lot of conversation, as I mentioned at the start of the segment, about why isn't the Packers offense better than we think it should be? And I love these ideas. So keep them coming all morning long. We've got Jason Wilde coming up. You guys have got us on a really good start. I have a feeling Joshy has a few more up his sleeve, a few more strong ideas for Screw It, Let's Try It, Packers Offense Edition. We'll take a break here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Keep getting us your reaction. Jason Wilde coming up right after this.
It's back. The Black Friday event at Ewald Automotive Group is the biggest event of the year. Shop vehicles with up to $10,000 off or 0% financing or 0 down. They'll do whatever it takes to move all remaining 2025s. Their biggest savings of the year, lowest interest rates, maximum trade values, and a huge selection. Black Friday is back now at every Ewald location. You should be trusting them just like I've trusted them for years. It's very easy. It all starts at ewaldauto.com.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Westbound 94, going to be a tight ride from about 20th Street all the way through to Hawley Road. On the eastbound side, got some backups from 84th Street to Hawley Road as well. Southbound 41 slowing down from 145 to Good Hope, then from Appleton Avenue all the way down past Hampton. Northbound is heavy from Mayfair Road all the way to Capitol Drive. Traffic is brought to you by Infinity Exteriors, dedicated to saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Mother Nature can be unpredictable. Your roof, siding, and windows shouldn't be. We install peace of mind with transparency and quality guaranteed. Visit infinityexteriors.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, sunny and mild, a high of 53. Then tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 38. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
It's Jason Wilde from Wilde & Tausch. Upgrade your industrial supply services with Lakeland Supply, your trusted ISO-certified partner for custom packaging, shipping supplies, janitorial, and safety supply solutions. With over 40 years of industry excellence, Lakeland Supply is a proven one-stop source with over 95% of their products made in the U.S., and they treat their customers like family. Personalized service with a national reach. That's what Lakeland Supply does. Visit lakelandsupply.com to discover how they can make your business better.
St. Nick meets St. Kate. The holidays are in full swing at St. Kate the Arts Hotel, where every celebration shines a little brighter. Browse unique gifts at the holiday marketplace, gather for unforgettable Christmas Eve and Christmas Day dining, and of course, don't miss Brunch with Santa, a family favorite filled with joy, treats, and holiday magic. Celebrate the season at St. Kate the Arts Hotel. Visit stkatearts.com/holidays for all the details.
Thinking about buying or building a new home? Start with a mortgage pre-approval from Great Midwest Bank and experience a state of tranquility. At Great Midwest Bank, we offer fast approvals and flexible options with experienced loan officers who understand the local market because they live here too. Whether you're breaking ground for new construction or buying that dream home just around the corner, we'll guide you every step of the way. Bank with confidence and start your journey at greatmidwestbank.com. Great Midwest Bank, your simply local equal housing lender.
Welcome to Jackpot Land, this fall at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Play your favorite games with your Potawatomi Rewards card all fall to win your share of thousands in prizes each month and earn entries into the big December Jackpot Land prize drawings. Your October, November, and December entries all count. Win thousands in cash or reward play. Welcome to Jackpot Land, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Did you know Professional Construction Inc. has an in-house team of interior designers? We're excited to bring our expertise to you with our brand new virtual interior design program. Maybe you're not ready for a full construction project, but you are ready to refresh that outdated room. Our PCI design team creates stunning photorealistic renderings, a mood board, and a curated shopping list, all delivered to you in just days.
For all your construction and design needs,
visit professionalconstructioninc.com.
Ready, down, put. All Packers, all the time.
He was a field-tilting player, and the reason why Gabe and many others are so concerned is that This guy's on the field. He changes the offensive dynamic. They are a different offense when he is there.
Okay, most of the time.
You know, Homer calls Matt LaFleur soft all the time. Matt LaFleur is like Vince Lombardi compared to me.
It's Jason Wilde on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Jason Wilde is brought to you by Lakeland Supply. Lakeland Supply is in business to make your business better. Set up a free packaging and supply chain assessment at lakelandsupply.com. Exterior Pros. Ready to tackle your home improvement project? Exterior Pros and Baths is giving $3,000 off roofing, siding, windows, or bath remodels this month. Visit extpros.com. Also brought to you by Century Foods. Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats.
Let's get to Jason Wilde, who was at 1265 yesterday. Good morning, Jason. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you guys?
We're good. We've gone off the rails a little bit here. We have a segment today called Silty, which is screw it, let's try it. We're just throwing out, some outrageous, some pretty standard ideas just to shake the dust off of the offense that we have seen so far this year. So I don't want to put you on the spot, but if you come up with anything, screw it, let's try it, because it can't be much worse than what we've seen. You let us know, okay?
The veer.
Okay. I mean, I've seen some high school programs that have been running the veer lately.
Yeah.
Jason, let's get to yesterday at 12:65. I know, as you can tell, we're all excited about the veer as an option for the Green Bay Packers. So we want to play this sound from Matt LaFleur because you did have an exchange with him about play calling. So Josh is going to cue up the sound from yesterday at Matt LaFleur's press conference.
Matt, you always say it begins with me, right? First of all, you're not going to give up play calling, I assume?
I can see it.
God, I was so good yesterday.
I'm not suggesting you should.
I can see it. I just can't hear it.
Yeah, that's a
Like
problem.
Walter Cronkite.
Hold on. Maybe I can just air the audio.
Okay. Do, 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 do.
It begins with me, right? First of all, you're not going to give up play calling, I assume?
No.
I'm not suggesting you should.
But you kind of were.
No, I definitely wasn't. Because here's the question. Who on their staff are you sitting there going, oh, he'd be good to do that? Oh, he'd be good. Like, hey, let's have Luke Getsy do it, who got fired from 2 different offensive coordinator jobs, and that's why he's back here, right? Like, I don't think they have anyone else more qualified to do it. And frankly, I understand that the last 2 weeks have been really bad, but like that doesn't strike me as a solution. So that's why I chose to phrase the question that way, because then it sets up obviously the follow-up question, which we may or may not hear.
Jason, I don't know if you heard the nugget that.
Wait, are we really not hearing the rest of that?
I don't think we are. I think Joshy's scrambling. We've got some technical issues going on right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have to keep it in perspective, and it's week to week. And certainly, I mean, I promise you, as frustrated as anybody may be out there, I promise you that you're not as frustrated as I am. So, but I also got to keep, I believe in our guys. And so, it's all about just finding solutions. And I can't worry. What has happened in the past, it's happened, unfortunately. So there's no reason in just like beating yourself up over it. You better have a short-term memory, and you got to move on. Not to say that you don't take that into account. Certainly you study the tape and you try to be critical of everything from yourself to just the play and everything in between. So yeah, we're working hard at it. I promise you, we're working hard. And, bottom line is on Sunday, we have to go out and perform better.
Oh, that was fun. Thank you.
Coach speak.
All right, am I supposed to say something now? What's happening?
I think we're all confused. You called for the sound. Do you have any follow-up on the sound that you heard from Matt LaFleur yesterday?
Yeah, no, I just wanted you guys to tell me how great of a job I did. That's the opposite of what I hear on social media.
How very chewy of you, by the way.
God, you were good, Wildy. God, you're my Jason.
Hey,
Wildy,
everybody,
you're
come and hear how good I
hero.
Yeah, that's good, Gabe.
Yeah. So, here's the thing. So I understand the frustration, and obviously so does LaFleur. I will say that I, in terms of what a great job I did yesterday, I did enjoy the exchange about being on the tablet on the sideline with his back toward the field as well. That was one of my other favorite moments. But I understand. I do. I take this. I know it sounds like we're goofing around right now, but I understand how deeply fans care about this. I totally get it, and I'm so thankful that they do, because that's what makes what we do relevant, right? I'm not sitting here curing childhood cancer. But I do think that if you ride the roller coaster to the degree that some folks do, you kind of need to be reminded of perspective, right? Including if you think back to some of the great seasons that the Packers have had, including one that the knucklehead that's on this show was on the team for. Like, we all knew you guys were a Super Bowl team in '96, right? We all knew you were ready to make that jump. The previous year you'd gone to San Francisco and won. You had the lead in Dallas until Gil Haskell cracks his skull on the ground when he gets run over on the sideline, and your arch enemies find a way to win once again. But you had that blip in the middle of the season where you not only lost back-to-back games, but you're losing to the St. Louis Rams at the TWA Dome, and you need Doug Evans' interception to kind of turn things around. And so I get it, and there's certainly disconcerting aspects. Again, 2010, another Super Bowl team. And by the way, I do not believe this year is a Super Bowl team. So I'm not saying that in the end there's going to be these parallels to those two championship teams. But, I was going to text Mike McCarthy today and ask him if he had a couple of minutes to come on our show at some point, because in 2010 they had built their offense around Jermichael Finley. And then Jermichael Finley tears his meniscus. They opt for season-ending surgery on his meniscus, and suddenly now they have to kind of reinvent their offense. Now, I don't think the Packers of 2025 had built their offense around Tucker Kraft to the same degree that McCarthy had with J-Mike, who some on the panel questioned his wisdom and sharpness. But they do have to make adjustments now, because as we saw on the 3rd and 10 play, Luke Musgrave is not Tucker Kraft. We're not even having the conversation about the 4th and 1 follies of call a timeout, run a quarterback sneak, inside zone over here, inside zone over here. We're not having any of that if that's Tucker Kraft, because he runs that dude over and gets the first down. So I understand the frustration. I do, and I'm not poo-pooing that. I am a little irritated by the folks who felt like I can't reach Matt LaFleur and yell at him, so I'm going to go after the media that doesn't ask tough enough questions, and people who are posting the photo of LaFleur coming to the Cheesehead TV house and taking a picture with all those guys, which I'm not in, for the record. I did have a problem with that, but I get the frustration. I'm really, really, really eager to see how Sunday goes, because for all of the Giants' problems, and there are many, the fact that, A, they're going to get a bump from firing the coach. You see it all the time. And B, their front four is really good at rushing the passer. They got a bunch of first-round picks across the front. That is going to be a challenge for this now reconfigured offensive line. I just feel like this is a game where we're going to find out a lot about the trajectory of this team. Do they play down to the quality of the opponent? Can the offensive line handle their pass rush? They're not very good against the run. Can they run the ball effectively, finally, after all these times where they've been so inconsistent? And are they going to play not mistake-free football, but reduced mistake football and come out with a win? Because God knows they need it after the way the last 2 weeks have gone.
Jason,
Go ahead,
the offensive line, who's in if someone goes down?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on who goes down, right?
Jacob Monk would go to center, right? What about the other 4 positions? Who's the next man in?
So there's a couple of issues here, right? Because I think what they've tried to do now, Steno was telling us a couple weeks ago, that instead of doing the have one guy who does everything guy, like J-Mo was, they've kind of decided, well, we're going to designate clear-cut backups. Now, again, I don't know if that's better or worse. That, to me, says after their top 6, they figure everybody else is kind of the same, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing Darian Kennard if something happens to Zach Tom. I'm guessing Anthony Belton if something happens to Rasheed Walker. The guard thing, I don't know if it would be Belton or not if one of the guards went down, because this, to me, that's the spot where you're nervous, right? I mean, I don't know how you're not about that group, because to your point, you're one more injury away from really having a situation where you don't feel great. I mean, I don't know Donovan Jennings very well, but Gabe, you know what I'm going to say next. The fact that he was taking first-team reps in the offseason, and when somebody asked LaFleur what they thought of him, LaFleur didn't know that Donovan Jennings had taken first-team reps that day. So I don't think they saw him as a particularly realistic starter if they're giving him first-team reps and they're not really noticing. So he would handle the guard spots next. And then I believe we've covered everybody that's available on the offensive line at this point. So, this is the old Ted thing too. Like, you always think you're deep until you're not, and you're a couple of sprained ankles away from being thin. They were just an Elton Jenkins broken leg away from really being thin. We always felt like they had a good top 6, even though their offensive line hasn't played that great this year. But they had, they felt really good about having Jordan Morgan, who could do everything. Now that's not the case, because he's got to play right guard, because now their right guard is playing center.
Jason, I want to push back on the designing the offense around Tucker Kraft, because this offense is clearly designed around one person, and it's Josh Jacobs. They changed the way they run the football. They changed the way they block when they run the football. A lot of people's frustration of running out of shotgun comes down to he's more comfortable running out of shotgun. Because we've had some texts like, oh, it's 4th and 1. Why aren't you under center because Josh Jacobs wanted to run the ball out of shotgun, and they want to make him as comfortable as possible. Is it tougher to come up with solutions because they drastically changed how they did something for a certain player, and now when they're struggling to do those certain things, it's tougher to come up with answers because LaFleur can't just go, oh, when we've struggled running the football under this type of offense, we can just go do this, this, and this. Whereas now everything's been changed up, it's tougher to come up with answers because he doesn't have as much experience running an offense where this and how they block it is the focal point.
Yeah, I want to say first, that's a great point. Second, you're such a jerk. Well, you know what I meant. I meant that they designed their passing game
Sure.
to focus on Tucker Kraft, you big meanie. But you're absolutely right. And they have adjusted a lot of what they do. Now I would argue that what I don't understand, to your point, there's no question they've adjusted how they run. And I do think it's a mistake. Like the play action game, which we just grilled LaFleur about at the end of last season after they lost to the Eagles, right? I mean, at 30% of his press conference to wrap up the season was about their play action game. And I don't know about you, but I haven't seen it improve much, except when they run it on like 2nd and 14 from the 10 And you're like, why are you bothering? Who are you tricking with that? But so everything for our audience, everything Gabe said is accurate and fair. I would just push back and say on 4th and 1, I don't care what they're thinking. They should just be running the quarterback sneak that worked for them twice earlier in the damn game.
I'm not talking about that play specifically, Jason, because
Well, you said that play.
I did say that play. But it's more of a larger overarching point. And TVV said something kind of similar last night on the Homer Hour. And I've been kind of leading myself to a spot where I'm wondering, but I haven't said out loud, is it possible that this team would be better if they never signed Josh Jacobs? Which is a really weird thing to say out loud because he had a top 5 season in the history of the Green Bay Packers as a running back last year. But if you can't marry what you want to do offensively because you rely on this one player so much and you have to change the way you do things, like, are you better off if he wasn't a part of the team and you could do things the way that you would prefer to do them? Yeah, this is. I guess I've said it out loud now, so I guess we're here. But it's just a thought that's been pestering and festering in the back of my mind, wondering if they would be better off without Josh Jacobs, which is wild because he's their best offensive player.
Yeah, how do you feel now that you've said it out
I don't feel
loud?
great. Don't feel great.
Yeah,
Feels weird to say out loud.
Yeah, I think it's a really fair point. What I would argue, and this would be, for those that think that I don't criticize LaFleur enough, this would be it. Like at some point, and they have run more zone this year than they ran last year, but because the other thing he really likes is duo blocking scheme, right? At some point, the head coach and play caller, whether it's spreading around targets or running the running game the way his running back likes it, at some point, it is incumbent on the head coach to say, no, guys, look, you guys know I love you. You guys know I want to put you guys in the most comfortable positions for you, and I want to put this offense in position to succeed. Sometimes what's most comfortable for you is not what's going to make our offense most successful. And so, I'm sorry, but sometimes we need to run the stuff that I think works best. And that's not always going to put you in a position where you're the most comfortable. Now, again, if I get to talk to Josh Jacobs today, I will talk to him about that because he is awesome when you ask him tough questions. Like he's not quite up to Charles Woodson's level during C. Wood's time with me covering him, when I could always count on, if I had a difficult question about the team, where it was at, about the defense, whatever it was, I knew Charles was going to shoot me straight. I think Josh Jacobs is the same way. I think if I get the opportunity to ask him about this, I think he will be very honest and forthcoming. And so that is on the to-do list for today. It was on there even before now, when you basically said that the Packers should regret signing their best player. So I will keep your name out of it.
I appreciate
and I'll
that,
just
Jason.
focus on the shotgun part of it. But, some people are saying, Josh, that it was a mistake to sign you. How do you respond to them? I love people that ask questions that way.
You know what's crazy, Jason, to me, with LaFleur? Holmgren would never allow that in a million years. He'd be like, I don't care what you
look,
want. I'll do what I want.
And I get that, and I don't want to call you a dinosaur.
Yeah.
But
you're about to call him a dinosaur?
No, because I am too, right? But you're right. All my buddies who covered Gruden in Tampa, they all would do their because that's a long time ago too. They would all do their Gruden imitation. And one of the phrases that he would always say was, "We do what we do." I was going to try mine, and I'm just not up for it at 7:40. Check me again at like 9. But we do what we do. That was his philosophy, right? And that's just not the world that the NFL lives in now, whether it's the way they treat players, the way they want to adjust to what they see defensively, to adjust their play, to make it work better.
But to
it
me,
was a different
Jason,
time then.
I understand why they did it, because that's what the best coaches do. Because even Bill Belichick wasn't a we do what we do guy. Belichick would switch up what he did defensively based on the personnel
every
he had.
week.
Yeah, he would just switch things up because, hey, this is what this guy does best, even if it's not what I want him to do best.
But back to the shotgun. But back to the shotgun as opposed to under center, the timing is different with the offensive line. Okay?
Yep.
When you're in the shotgun handing it off, it is different than under center. So to me, LaFleur should be able to look at that and go, the timing's screwed up here. You know, we can do the same under center or shotgun, and it's a half-second difference. And things have to develop. And I understand why Josh Jacobs wants that ball quickly so he can see. But things have to develop. You know? It's got to be an orchestra. Things have to mesh. Guys have to come off at the same time. And it's just, you know, and I didn't know this, but I'm smart enough to know that the offensive line is all about timing, getting off of blocks, moving up to the next level. And if your timing is off by a half second, that could account for why they suck at running the ball. Okay, I'm done.
I'm just looking. I was going to say, I don't know if I was supposed to respond. I was looking at the clock, and I can't see Jen's face, but I'm thinking, she's thinking, oh my God, these three idiots, just shut up enough.
No, I think it's great. Honestly, I think this is a conversation that we have been sort of tiptoeing around for several weeks. This
Josh
idea
Jacobs
of
is really good.
And nobody out there is like, I wish he wasn't on the roster. But we were discussing it during the break. If this is the type of scheme that he prefers, was this an error in like how did you not know this when you decided to bring him on your team? Or, you know what I'm saying? There's something in there that just feels like a miscommunication or an oversight or something of like, wait, this is the scheme that Josh Jacobs prefers. We don't run that scheme. Are we going to change our scheme to what Josh Jacobs runs? Is Josh Jacobs willing to adjust to our scheme? Like, I would love to know if those conversations took place before they sort of just went, guys, we got Josh Jacobs, you know, because we all think that was a great addition to the offense, obviously, but it does seem like there's been some transition, learning curve, you know, a little bit of challenges there with getting him acclimated and getting the offense acclimated to him. All right, Jason, good stuff. We appreciate you joining us this morning. Have a great one, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Get rid of Josh Jacobs. All right, guys. Take care.
You know what's crazy is that there's some knuckleheads out there that are going to hear this conversation and think that that's what we're saying, and it is not what we are saying. We're just trying to figure out how these two sides can coexist and have success based on what we've seen. We'll continue this conversation right after this on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Stick around.
Hey, let me tell you about our good friends at Events by Design. Saw them up at the Trio this past week. Always good to see them, hang out with them. But they can boost your culture with captivating corporate events like appreciation parties, brand activations, and more. I've seen them do huge, big, grand events like the Buck Soiree. I've seen them do little things like add to our golf outing. So anything in between those two, a big soiree inside Fiserv Forum, or just playing music in walk-up songs for our partners on the 14th hole, the ESPN Milwaukee Open, anything in between that, that's where Events by Design can come in and help you. So you can retain top talent by investing in your culture today, because for over 25 years, Events by Design has helped companies execute successful events. Just search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Well, got some backup. Southbound 41 still going to be pretty heavy right from Appleton Avenue all the way down past Hampton. Northbound slowing down from North Avenue up to Burleigh. Southbound 43 now starting to get heavier from Capitol Drive all the way down towards the Locust area. Westbound 94 and eastbound both are backing up through that long-term closure, lane closure, I should say, at Hawley Road. So westbound starts at about 20th Street to Mitchell Boulevard and to Hawley, actually, and then the eastbound side slowing down from 92nd Street to Hawley. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, sunny and mild, a high of 53. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 38. Weather's brought to you by Good Health Saunas. Feel better, recover faster, and relax deeper with your own in-home infrared sauna. Visit their showroom in Waukesha or go to goodhealthsaunas.com/Jen. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Crisp air, cozy sweaters, and a home that's actually ready for fall. Exterior Pros and Baths is giving $3,000 off roofing, siding, windows, or bath remodels this month. Don't let your home be the only thing falling apart this season. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. Exterior Pros and Baths, because your house deserves a little sweater weather too.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats.
And free groceries.
Okay, just calm down. We'll get to that later.
Stay tuned in right here to score free groceries.
Stop, please.
Okay, I'm shutting up. My lip is zipped.
Anyway,
now through Wednesday, save on 3-ounce can McCormick Black Pepper, $3.99. 0.77 to 2.12 ounce selected varieties McCormick Grinders, 2 for $4. 29 to 30 ounce selected varieties Libby's Pumpkin, $3.99. 19.5 to 34 ounce selected varieties Sara Lee Fruit or Cream Pies, $4.99. 10 to 54 count selected varieties Hefty Plates, Bowls, Storage, or Freezer Bags, 2 for $5.
And now time for the big reveal. Free groceries.
That's too over the top. Forget it. I'll handle the rest.
Enter to win $500 worth of free groceries on Century's Facebook or Instagram by December 31st.
Hey Milwaukee, it's Jen Latta. Closets by Design Milwaukee is launching a holiday food drive to support families impacted by the government shutdown. Doug and Cindy Gower, the local family behind Closets by Design, are challenging the community to pack the van, feed a fam by filling a delivery van with food, toiletries, and donations for local families in need. Drop off items now through November 30th at 6040 West Executive Drive in Mequon. Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Together, we can make sure no family goes hungry this holiday season. Shop Closets by Design today and make a difference.
This holiday season, trade the hustle and bustle for a lakeside retreat just a short drive from the city at Lake Lawn Resort. With an award-winning spa, special events all month long like our Taylor Swift experience, our annual Thanksgiving feast, and of course, the kickoff to our Breakfast with Santa brunch. Be sure to make time with family, friends, or that special someone. Lake Lawn Resort has everything you need to create cherished memories and relive stories of old. Book your holiday escape today at Lake Lawn Resort, where the spirit of the season comes to life and everything truly is better at the lake.
It's Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
How are you feeling, big guy, about the MRI?
It's starting to hurt now. I think I have mental issues. I really do.
Well,
gonna have to clip that
yeah,
for me?
that's just, I mean,
just hold on to it?
I know, I don't think there's anything wrong. It's just, I think it's something in my brain's telling me
something is wrong, buddy.
On 94.5 ESPN.
St. Nick meets St. Kate. It's Jen Latta here letting you know that the holidays are in full swing at St. Kate the Arts Hotel, where every celebration shines just a little bit brighter. Browse unique gifts at the holiday marketplace, gather for unforgettable Christmas Eve and Christmas Day dining, and of course don't miss Brunch with Santa, a family favorite filled with joy, treats, and holiday magic. Celebrate the season at St. Kate the Arts Hotel. Visit stkatearts.com/holidays for all of your festive details. Chewy, I think you have to help us here as the resident football brain with the zone versus duo concepts. Okay, so we just had the conversation about Josh Jacobs being added to the team. He had a fantastic season, but it did require a little bit of changing of the way that the offensive line works. So for folks out there who are going zone, duo, inside, outside, what do we mean by the fact that they changed that the way that the offensive line had to do their jobs?
Well, we were a zone blocking team, which means it's combination blocking, okay? And here's how it works. As a tight end, right, I deal with the tackles, right? So we have to combination block because a lot of times linebackers are stacked. So the way I was taught with Tom Lovat is bring level 1 to level 2, which means be patient. But it changes with both of your tackles, right? So I had Bruce Wilkerson and Earl Dotson. Bruce was a dinosaur, Earl was young. So I knew, let's say they were running off tackle my side and it's me and Bruce. I knew I had to secure that first level more with Bruce than I did with Earl. Okay? Just because Bruce was not as good as Earl. Earl, I could come off quicker because I knew Earl would take it over. The problem with this, the difference between shotgun running and under center, shotgun's a lot quicker, right? And here's the deal. Linemen do not care about formation. Okay, so I'll give you a basic call. Double wing right, 96 lead. Okay? The only thing the offensive linemen care about is 96 lead because your right tackle always lines up on the right, your left on the left. So they don't, when you're in the middle of the game, a lot of times they're not hearing gun right, 96 lead. They don't care about that. So they really have to be conscious of hearing that, and sometimes they don't, because the difference between gun right and just double wing right is double wing, they're under center. Now that play takes a longer time to develop, and you can stay on the block a little longer. Okay, when you hear gun, you know you don't have as much time, and I got to come off quicker. So it's just very confusing. Timing is everything in the run game, and I think that potentially could be part of their problem because they're not letting the play develop.
Gabe, is it your understanding that converting from a zone blocking scheme to a duo blocking scheme presents challenges?
Well, the issue that I have, they obviously did it very well last year because they made the changeover last year, and Josh Jacobs had a fantastic season. But I think the issue is because part of what we've talked about is, man, they just don't seem to marry anything up. Where's the outside zone? You stretch, but then it's a boot around, then you flip it to the tight end, you get your easy 8 to 10 yards. Those plays are missing because, well, they don't run that stretch outside zone play. And you can't really run that as a play-action play when you haven't set it up as a run play. And so much of what this offense has done, again, going back to the Kyle Shanahan style of doing things, like so much is predicated off those different play action. And I think what they've struggled with is, okay, how do we get everybody else involved? How do we get our play action game going when this is how we have to do things? And we don't have, I know Chewy said bread and butter 6,000 times already this season. We can't run what our typical bread and butter plays are with our play action. And I think that's where the transition's been hardest. Because last year, again, they were able to do it last year with a lot of these same guys, and they had a lot of success running the football, but you were bringing Aaron Banks in from that old style, the way you used to do things, into this new style. And you gave him a bunch of money. And that changes how good he can be, right? So I look at it as, like, they can do it, but I think LaFleur and company have struggled how to marry how Josh Jacobs wants to run the football with how Matt LaFleur prefers to do things.
And it changes week to week, Jen, okay? Because you determine against certain teams, like Tampa Bay, we knew we couldn't run outside, so you run downhill at them, right? Sometimes you play teams where the linebackers are a little bigger and you feel you can get to the edge. The running game to me is just like the passing game. It's like, where's the damn flow? You know, it just doesn't seem flowy.
And Gabe, you're basically saying that they had to eliminate some of their plays because those plays that would set up other plays didn't fit with the way that Josh Jacobs wants to run the ball.
And trying to kind of do some of the different things. Again, you probably run some of the same route concepts. It just is going to look different.
My guess is Josh Jacobs is not a patient runner. He wants the ball right away, see the hole, and smoke the hole. He's not someone to let things develop, get the ball,
put the foot in the ground,
then
and
pick
hit
your
it.
hole. Yes, that. My guess is that's why he likes the ball out of the shotgun, because it's in his belly quicker.
Which, if we're being honest, kind of feels like what Saquon Barkley is, right? When I think about Saquon Barkley, there is that, I feel like, level of patience, that willingness to wait for the hole to develop. And you just mentioned put your foot in the ground and make a move. That might be, just somebody who we have obviously seen recently that is a different style of running than what we're seeing from Josh Jacobs. Anyway, it's an interesting conversation. I do think it is something that Gabe has sort of been tiptoeing around for weeks, and our guy Tim Van Vorn from Fox 6 did say something of that like to Homer. We're going to get to that as the show rolls on. We have to take a break here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, but still a lot of stuff to get to as the Packers prep for their game against the Giants this weekend. Did you know Great Midwest Bank is celebrating 90 years of serving southeastern Wisconsin homeowners? That's right, 1935 to 2025, a long history of helping families right here in our community. And I've experienced it myself, not just with my mortgage, but everyday banking too. They've got checking, they've got savings, even 24/7 mobile banking, all very convenient, but still comes with that personal touch from local people, real people who understand your needs. That's why I trust Great Midwest Bank. You can find a location at greatmidwestbank.com. Great Midwest Bank is your simply local, equal housing lender and a member FDIC.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hey, Tom, I want a new hoop for the kids. Any ideas?
Yeah, I got mine from Precision Sports over 10 years ago. They helped me choose the right hoop, installed it, and even painted my court lines.
Nice. How do I reach them?
Easy. PrecisionSportsOnline.com for a free quote.
Want your brand to turn heads and win hearts?
Captivate Exhibits can bring your brand to life by transforming lobbies, creating history walls, and beautifying facilities.
For over 32 years, Captivate has been the MVP of trade show exhibits and workplace design and fabrication. Let Captivate craft immersive branded environments that tell your story boldly, beautifully, and with purpose at events and around the office.
Score big by making your next event or your own space unforgettable. Create something legendary by getting started today at CaptivateExhibits.com.
If you're living your life in pain, you need to take control of your health and look beyond just traditional medicine to get that done. Hey, it's Brad Nortman, and I want to tell you about my friends at QC Kinetics. When I've gone to the Greenfield location, I have seen with my own eyes what QC Kinetics can do for you. QC Kinetics offers cellular treatments that at the micro level can cure that pain for the long term. Using QC Kinetics' natural healing tools, you can revitalize those joints and get back to living the life that you deserve to live. It's fast, all natural, and there's no downtime. You'll be amazed, just like I was, to see all the tools in their toolkit to give you a pain-free life and get you living an active life once again. Do not wait any longer. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative cellular medicine, and it's something that you need to see to believe. Your pain-free life is waiting for you on the other side of your free consultation with QC Kinetics. Give them a call today for that free consultation at 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298.
There's nothing like Milwaukee Bucks basketball at Fiserv Forum. The dunks, the defense, the roar of 17,000 fans. It's even better when you're with friends or family. From jaw-dropping plays to buzzer-beating threes, every game is packed with unforgettable moments that you'll get to share together. So gather your crew and get your single game tickets today at bucks.com/single. That's bucks.com/single.
It's finally here. The ultimate automotive Black Friday event starts now at Cunis. Get ready for door-busting deals that'll blow you away. Come early on Black Friday, November 28th, and score the deal of a lifetime. A $99 doorbuster vehicle. That's right, $99. Or drive off an incredible savings with select vehicles priced at $499 and $999. But the deals don't stop there, because all month long, every Milwaukee Metro Cunis dealership is slashing prices on new vehicles from Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, along with an unbeatable selection of quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. All makes, all models, all on sale. Trade in your ride and cash in on huge event savings at nearby Cunis locations in Oak Creek, Greenfield, and Hope Chevrolet. The legendary Cunis Black Friday event only happens once a year, and when it's gone, it's gone. Get event updates and see inventory at CunisBlackFriday.com. Prices do not include tax, title, license, registration, and $499 Wisconsin dealer service fee.
Give the gift of a special night out from the Bartolotta restaurants. Purchase a gift card at bartolottas.com and get a $20 holiday bonus for every $100 you spend. Happy holidays from all of us at the Bartolotta restaurants, and thank you, Milwaukee.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Jen, has college football gotten a little sleazy? Where you can recruit a little? No, I'm saying from the standpoint, it used to be. That was good.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Black Friday lasts just not one day at X Golf at American Family Field, but it is 3 days, starting November 28th through the 31st. You can get 20% off your gift cards at X Golf at American Family Field with a maximum of $300. So if you are looking for that gift, for that golfer in your life, but you don't know what to get them because it seems like they have everything, everybody always would love sim time at X Golf inside of American Family Field. Just a beautiful facility inside the ballpark, overlooking left field with 7 state-of-the-art simulators. So it's a great stocking stuffer idea. So stop by X Golf at American Family Field on Black Friday through the 31st of November as well. It doesn't last just one day. And get 20% off your gift card purchases up to $300 at X Golf at AmFam Field.
Reaction rolling in on the Carbless Talk and text line this morning. Justin says, I think it's simple. Goody gets the players. LaFleur has to figure out if they fit his scheme. Goody doesn't talk to LaFleur or take his input at all. And then Tim weighing in saying, respectfully, guys, if LaFleur can't figure out how to use a great player like Jacobs, he's not the offensive genius everyone thinks he is and would have to go. The answer isn't sign a lesser talent because your head coach, offensive play caller, has no imagination to use them. Thoughts, Gabe?
I guess the way I look at this is, on paper, yes, that makes sense. But take a look at the Milwaukee Bucks this year. Like, on paper, like, they should be better with Damian Lillard, right? And they just never made it work with Dame and Giannis for whatever reason over the course of 2 years, whether it's injuries, whether it's just, their play styles just didn't fit the way that everybody thought because Giannis needs the ball more. That's the way I'm kind of looking at this. And it worked a lot last year because they were able to run the ball. They had some issues with Jordan Love, obviously, with his health. Malik Willis played a handful of games, and it all worked out. But, I mean, sometimes players just don't fit. And look, I agree. Like, you got to figure out a way. If you have somebody like Josh Jacobs, you got to figure out a way to make this work. But maybe is that Josh having to switch up what he does from time to time instead of making sure Josh is as comfortable as he possibly can be 100% of the time? I don't know. I'm really curious to hear what his reaction is when Jason asks him about shotgun running later today during locker room availability.
Yeah, I'm not saying do away with it. It just can't be predominantly the way you run the ball. I mean, we talk about the passing game all the time on how your timing is thrown off. If the receiver's supposed to be at 15 yards and he runs it at 12, the timing, it's the same in the run game. Things have to time up. And right now it just seems like they're a click off.
Well, again, going back to screw it, why don't we just try it? What happens if we just go back to the way Matt LaFleur wanted to run the football, the way you ran the football when Aaron Jones had a successful season a couple of years ago? Just go back to that for a game. See what happens. The way you've been doing it is bad. I saw Dan Orlovsky put out a tweet about the Packers' first down running. Their success rate is 25th. Their yards per carry on first down is 26th. That ain't working. So why not just try something else? Okay, Josh, I know you're comfortable with doing this, but if we run the way that I want to run the football and we have similar success rates, at least then we have things we can play off of this.
I do think and the Josh Jacobs portion of this is important. I do think, and it's very obvious if you go back and watch some of the run plays that happened on Monday night, they are presenting the classic two-high shell, and then those safeties are screaming down to the ball, and they are giving basically no credit to the even possibility of getting beat deep because they know in that situation they're more than likely than not to get a run play, so they are going to then fill in the run game. And that, I think, points back to Matt LaFleur and sort of becoming predictable and teams being able to tell what you're doing. So you're making it even harder on yourself with an ineffective offensive line and a guy who's not running the ball at his best rate right now.
Well, it's hard to hide the ball
out of shotgun.
When you're in shotgun handing it off. It's so much easier to hide the ball when you're under center and you're dropping back.
Yeah, and I'm saying those guys are screaming down, not even reading keys. They know more likely than not we're getting a run play here, so we're not even really going to worry about if this ends up being a pass.
You mean they're not honoring the Statue of Liberty? That's weird.
Well, just think about the way Brett used to. Like, a lot of times, Chew, Brett would, like, put the
Jump
empty
throw.
hand out. Right? Like, he would, if again, I've got my right hand out, his right hand would be empty, and because his back's to the defense, they just assume the ball's there, but he's hiding it on his left hip.
Yeah.
Aaron would do that all the time, like, again, when you're running it under center, and maybe you have to run the ball. Hey, Josh, I know you're more comfortable running the ball out of shotgun, but here's what we're going to do for a couple games just to see if we can jumpstart this offense, to see if this can work, to see if you can adjust instead of having everybody else adjust around you.
I like that as an idea for screw it, let's try it. I also think you talked earlier, Gabe, about the predictability of the offense. There will be 4 words forever immortalized when it comes to the predictability of the offense, and it's inside zone this way. Right? Like, I mean, everyone heard it. It's the call heard around the world. It's we know exactly what this team is doing. Josh Jacobs has talked about how uncomfortable that made him in that situation, hesitant even to run where he was supposed to run because they know where I'm going. This play has no shot at succeeding, and it was a very bad look for the offense. Maybe that will be the wake-up call that the Green Bay Packers need to start implementing something different, something unique, something a little less predictable. Got to take a break here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. I want to tell you guys about my friends over at Closets by Design. They're doing something really special this holiday season. They've launched a holiday food drive to help families right here in our community who may have been impacted by the most recent government shutdown. Their goal, of course, is to make sure at least 100 families enjoy a holiday meal this year. Closets by Design in Mequon is family-owned and operated by Doug and Cindy Gowert. Giving back is just a part of who they are. As Doug says, when times are tough, family and community come first. So they are asking all of our loyal listeners to join their mission to pack the van and feed a fam. Stop by 6040 West Executive Drive in Mequon during business hours and drop off a non-perishable food, toiletry, or cash donations to help somebody in our community in need. Let's fill that Closets by Design van and make sure no family goes hungry this holiday season.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN.
We still have issues on Moreland Road southbound, south of the freeway. For some reason, something's going on there, and we got a lot of officers in that area, and they've got the east and westbound off-ramps to southbound Moreland Road closed. So backups stretching all the way back to Highway 100 on the westbound side, and then eastbound slowing down from Highway 16 all the way to Moreland Road. Beyond that, we do have delays from 84th Street all the way to about Hawley Road. Westbound also slowing down from 25th Street to Hawley Road as well. And then we got backups northbound out of the Mitchell interchange right around the Plainfield curve up past Oklahoma Avenue, as well as westbound 894 out of the Mitchell all the way to 68th. Traffic is brought to you by Life Navigators Soap and Suds Drive. Your donation of body wash, hand soap, or laundry pods will help local kids and adults with disabilities stay healthy all year. Learn more at lifenavigators.org. And check out the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today. Sunny and mild, a high of 53. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 38. Weather is brought to you by Lake Lawn Resort. This holiday season, escape the hustle and bustle at Lake Lawn Resort. From spa days to holiday events, it's where the spirit of the season comes to life. Book your getaway today at lakelawnresort.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Sometimes the best escape is the one you can take every day right at home. Hey, it's Jen Latta. Between covering football games, traveling, and chasing my kids around, my schedule can get pretty hectic. That's why my infrared sauna from Good Health Saunas has become my go-to for balance and recovery. The gentle, radiant heat helps me relax, sweat out stress, and recharge, so I'm ready for whatever's next. You can feel the same calm and reset. Just stop by the Good Health Saunas showroom in Waukesha or visit goodhealthsaunas.com/Jen.
Hey, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Buying a roof, siding, or windows can feel overwhelming. Hidden costs, confusing contracts. We don't play that game. We educate you so you can decide. And when you know the facts, Infinity Exteriors is the clear choice. Since 1997, we've installed peace of mind with no surprise upcharges, flexible budgets, and immediate financing. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Hey, this is Gabe Neitzel. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Showtime. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamara. Here's Jen Latta.
Packers taking on the Giants this weekend, and as we continue to do the screw it, let's try it here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, who should the Giants try for their next head coach, gang? Because I got to throw out some things. I know you guys talked to Adam Schefter yesterday. I know Adam Schefter said there's at least one owner in the league who thinks that Jeff Hafley could be a good fit for the New York Giants, much to Packers fans' chagrin. But I also saw some bloggers talking yesterday, and take it for what it's worth, but it was a Giants blog as I was trying to, prep for the matchup. And I heard a name that Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy. This Giants fan was saying, why not bring back Big Mike to the league and have him lead the Giants? So obviously there's a Packers connection there. Chewy, what do you think? You think Mike McCarthy's still got some gas in the tank? You think he could still lead a team, maybe get a team to the playoffs? That Giants team, guys, for whatever you think of what Brian Daboll has done, Jackson Dart, they have put a lot of talent around him. They've got a ton of draft picks. It looks like a very alluring opportunity for some head coach. Chew?
I still think he's qualified. I think the trend now for owners in the NFL is to go younger because they relate probably better with their players because the game has changed. I really don't see that happening, even though, I mean, he was good in Dallas. Mm-hmm. He wasn't great. He never got him to where they thought they, I mean, the one game that sticks out to me is Green Bay going there and blowing the absolute doors off of them when Dallas was supposed to be, I would say out of the last handful of years, that was supposed to be their year, and I think that sticks with a lot of people. So, I mean, look at Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll's been a flop in Las Vegas. I just think the trend now is to go younger, which makes Hafley so
attractive.
Inviting.
That's a very good point. Yeah. Gabe, would you hear Mike? By the way, I'm just looking up. Sports Illustrated has him as the odds-on favorite to get the job. Now, again, that's from DraftKings, I think, but plus 700 to be the Giants' next permanent head coach.
Yeah, look, I think he can still coach offense. You take a look at, what he was able to do in 2021. They had the highest scoring offense in the league. They had the fourth highest in 22, and they had the highest in 23. Last year, he had to operate a lot without Dak Prescott, but he still made Cooper Rush look a lot better than he did this year when he started for the Baltimore Ravens for a handful of games. So I think Mike can still coach offense, but I'm with Chew. I mean, very rarely do you get a third chance in this league. Right, like he's gotten his two chances. I mean, there are a handful of guys. I think John Fox got 3 chances, but those guys that get a third chance, it just doesn't work out. Like it just doesn't work out for the guys who ultimately get that third chance to be a head coach. So at 62 years old, I think that you're hoping you can pair somebody longer with Jackson Dart than Mike would probably want to coach.
Would you be shocked if they went the college route? Went and grabbed a college coach. Obviously Lane Kiffin is the big name in the college space. Everybody's been joking around about how Florida and Ole Miss play this weekend. Florida essentially needs to beat Ole Miss in order to knock Ole Miss out of playoff contention so that they can hire Lane Kiffin before the postseason. Because if Ole Miss is in the postseason, they would have to wait until afterward in order to acquire him. Would Lane Kiffin be a name that you could see going back to the NFL?
No. He's sticking in the SEC. He's going to take one of those open SEC jobs, or he's staying where he's at. I think he just relates better in the college game.
Let me ask you this. Could Mike McCarthy go back to college? Because there are a ton of jobs that are open right now, and attractive jobs.
At 62, would you want to go? Chewy, you tell me this. At 62 years old, after coaching for as long as Mike has in the pro game, would he want to go back and deal with the retention problems that a lot of these other coaches have had in the college game?
I doubt it, and I think Brian Kelly getting canned in Belichick's experiment there kind of turning into a disaster kind of closes that door. I mean, and I heard rumblings, Jen, of Belichick being on that list. Let's not forget he was the D coordinator under Parcells, and they loved him in New York.
Bill Belichick not on the list as far as the odds go at DraftKings. Now, again, we're using DraftKings because I haven't seen an ESPN bet prop bet on this, and I don't think the Potawatomi is sort of
Hey, who's going to be the Giants' next head coach?
But Mike McCarthy is the leader, according to DraftKings. Jeff Hafley on the list as well at plus 1,200, for those of you who are paying attention to that. Robert Saleh on the list at plus 1,400. Lane Kiffin plus 1,400. John Gruden plus 1,400. You think John Gruden gets back in the league?
No. I don't. I think his only route would be college.
Even then, man, if John Gruden's the answer, you're asking the wrong questions.
Yeah.
I was in college still the last time John Gruden had a winning season in coaching football.
Yeah.
It was back in 2007. It was the last time John Gruden had a winning year, and he hasn't coached now in 4 years. Also in his 60s.
He's been riding that Super Bowl in Tampa Bay with Tony Dungy's team. So.
Sure, and I think the stuff he's doing for Barstool, he's producing a lot of great content. He's keeping his name out there, but he should just stay in the space he's at because it would only be a disaster wherever he went.
I feel like if Packers fans are wondering who they should put their support behind, I would say Big Mike, because if Big Mike does get the job, that means that Jeff Hafley didn't get the job, and maybe you retain your defensive coordinator for a little bit longer.
Yeah, well, there's going to be more than just one head coach opening.
Yeah.
So
there is right now.
That's one bullet dodged, but you got a lot more coming behind it that I think a lot of teams are going to be interested in Jeff Hafley, because to Chewy's point, if the defense continues to play as well as it is, Hafley is going to be one of the hottest names, being a younger coach, being a coach that, yes, it was at the college level, at least has head coaching experience and knows what goes into that. He only interviewed one place last year, and that was for the Jets. I'm guessing he's going to get multiple interviews as long as the defense keeps looking the way it has.
You mentioned that the bullets flying through there. Now I'm picturing Neo from The Matrix when he's doing that very famous scene where he's back and the bullets are flying past him and all that stuff. Maybe Hafley has that type of
but Hafley, if the bullets are a head coaching job, doesn't he want to get hit by one?
I don't know. This metaphor has gone off the rails as expected. We'll take a break here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. We do have Top 8 at 8 coming up next. We've enjoyed having Professional Construction Inc. help us with all of our home projects. I was just thinking last night, I need to call my friends over at PCI. We have a door to a bathroom that needs to be turned into a window. I know you're like, what? Why do you have a door in your bathroom? Yeah, it went out to the balcony. You remember the balcony? It was leaking water into our kitchen. PCI took care of that for us, but we needed them to come over and convert that door back into a window, and I know that the PCI team can handle it. And that's a pretty small project. They can handle your big projects too. If you're thinking of building a new home or remodeling your home, maybe you just want to work on renovating a basement like we did. PCI can handle it. And now, guys, they offer a virtual interior design program so you can see photorealistic renderings of what your room could look like with PCI's help. Learn more at professionalconstructioninc.com. That's professionalconstructioninc.com.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
We still have issues on Moreland Road southbound, south of the freeway. For some reason, something's going on there, and we got a lot of officers in that area, and they've got the east and westbound off-ramps to southbound Moreland Road closed. So backups stretching all the way back to Highway 100 on the westbound side, and then eastbound slowing down from Highway 16 all the way to Moreland Road. Beyond that, we do have delays from 84th Street all the way to about Hawley Road. Westbound also slowing down from 25th Street to Hawley Road as well. And then we got backups northbound out of the Mitchell interchange right around the Plainfield curve up past Oklahoma Avenue, as well as westbound 894 out of the Mitchell all the way to 68th. Traffic is brought to you by Life Navigators Soap and Suds Drive. Your donation of body wash, hand soap, or laundry pods will help local kids and adults with disabilities stay healthy all year. Learn more at lifenavigators.org. And check out the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today. Sunny and mild, a high of 53. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 38. Weather is brought to you by Lake Lawn Resort. This holiday season, escape the hustle and bustle at Lake Lawn Resort. From spa days to holiday events, it's where the spirit of the season comes to life. Book your
and a home that's actually ready for fall. Exterior Pros and Baths is giving $3,000 off roofing, siding, windows, or bath remodels this month. Don't let your home be the only thing falling apart this season. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. Exterior Pros and Baths, because your house deserves a little sweater weather too.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee. Why Z-Bart? Because you don't want rust holes in your expensive vehicle. Let Z-Bart keep the rust away with professional rust protection. Only at Z-Bart.
The Packers have lost 3 games this year. In those games, they've allowed the following amount of points: 13, 16, and 10. And for a team that's supposed to have a dominant offense that hasn't been able to get it done in those spots, questions naturally arise. Matt LaFleur asked by our Jason Wilde Wednesday, would he consider giving up play calling? Take a listen to this interaction.
You're not going to give up play calling, I assume?
No. While the Packers' offensive shortcomings are no laughing matter, maybe the panic mode we've entered is. The Packers, after all, are 5-3-1 on the season. I'm Alex Stroh.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee.
Do you want your car to shine like a diamond? Then you need Z-Gloss from Z-Bart. Z-Gloss gives you a mirror finish and protects your paint from everything Mother Nature can throw at it with a 10-year guarantee. Visit zbart.com for more information.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
Shorter days don't have to be so dismal. It's time to reach out and check in on those you care about and to remind ourselves that we are not alone. This month, don't wait to reach out. Whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself, BetterHelp makes it easier to take that first step. Our listeners get 10% off their first month. Just call pound 250 and say the keyword timeout. That's keyword timeout after calling pound 250.
The delicious taste of victory deserves something equally superior. Cheer on your team with Michelob Ultra. At 2.6 carbs and 95 calories, it's a superior smooth taste worth playing for. Grab a Michelob Ultra Superior Light Beer as you cheer your team on. Michelob Ultra, official sponsor of the Milwaukee Bucks. Enjoy a Michelob Ultra at Kelly's Bleachers Big Ben, Distillery Richfield, Tom's Watch Bar in Milwaukee, and Maddie's in New Berlin. Please enjoy responsibly.
Give the gift of a special night out from the Bartolotta restaurants. Purchase a gift card at bartolotta's.com and get a $20 holiday bonus for every $100 you spend. Happy holidays from all of us at the Bartolotta restaurants, and thank you, Milwaukee.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
How much will Angie let you grow a beard?
I would say for 3 months I have to keep a beard if I lose.
Okay, and Angie would allow you to have a beard for 3 months.
She doesn't run my life. Drop that.
Yeah,
On 94.5 ESPN.
Take a trip to Jackpot Land at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. Play with your rewards card for shares of $300,000 each month and entries into the December Jackpot Land drawings, where another $300,000 in cash and prizes is waiting to be won by you. Plus, your drawing entries from September, October, and November all count as well. It is only at Potawatomi. More information, of course, available online. Must be 21 years old and a rewards member to play.
The top 8 at 8.
Name something that follows the word pork. You pie. Huh?
One category.
Name something people take with them to the beach. Turkey.
The top 8 answers.
The first thing you buy in a supermarket. Turkey.
The top 8 at 8.
A food often stuffed. Turkey.
The top 8 at 8 on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Name Popeye's favorite food.
Chicken! Oh my God!
Show me chicken!
The top 8 at 8 on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
What do we got, Gabe?
List of 8 things in front of me. You and Chew guess back and forth until you get one incorrect. Then we open it up to the fans. 800-990-3776. Last person to get the last name on the list wins an ESPN Milwaukee prize pack. I am looking at the top 8 in terms of receiving yards for the Green Bay Packers in the Matt LaFleur era. So since Matt LaFleur has been head coach, the top 8 Packers in receiving yards.
Well, Devontae, right?
So Devontae Adams is number 1, 3,924 yards.
Christian Watson?
Christian Watson is number 5 on the list, 1,841 yards.
Romeo?
Romeo Doubs, number 3 on the list, 2,146 yards.
Jaden Reed.
Jaden Reed, number 6 on the list, 1,695 yards.
I mean, should we just go with the full sweep with Dontavian Wicks? No. The sound that you made, the face that Joshy gave me, so I was just throwing it out there.
It's got to be someone Rodgers era.
Who was the leading receiver when Devontae Adams left?
Would you stop?
I don't know.
He got mad at you.
I don't know who it was.
What do you mean you don't know?
I can't remember.
Who was the guy they threw the ball to way too much who's not that good? And then followed
Well,
them
they
to
already
New
guessed
York?
Romeo Dobbs.
Oh, Alan Lazard.
Why don't you just
yeah.
just shove it down her throat even more? What are we doing? There are fans that know
Trying
the
to
answers.
make this go faster.
There are fans that have answers.
What number was he on the list?
Number 2.
Wow.
Reset the list.
Devontae, Lazard, Romeo are the top 3. Watson, Jaden Reed are 5 and 6.
Receivers or tight ends included?
It's receiving yards. Receiving yards.
Go Tucker Kraft.
Tucker Kraft, number 8 on the list. 1,551 yards.
Was that 7 or 6?
There's 2 left. We have number 4 and number 7 left.
Is it possible Aaron Jones is on this list?
I think it's very possible.
Yeah. Once you said receiving yards, Aaron Jones?
Once I said receiving yards, like I was keeping it a secret. Once he said receiving yards, the
Why
first
is
time?
Gabe so mad? What do you think, we're going to get 3?
No, it's because you guys have listening problems.
100% part of it.
Yes, Aaron Jones, number 4 on the list. 1,848 yards, leaving just number 7.
All right, Kraft.
They would have never gotten number 2 if it wasn't for Joshy. Try to leave a couple answers for the fans here, Joshy.
I want to guess this guy.
Joshy was basically like, his initials are AL.
Allen.
I guess let's go with Allen. No, the MVS.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling is number 7 on the list. 1,572 yards.
Josh, you got your wish.
So mad.
Yeah, well, again, the point of this is because now I don't know how we give away what we were supposed to give away because we have to give away something.
Give it to us.
Yeah, everyone here wins.
So what, just random caller? Is that what we have to do?
Yeah.
No, I believe it's in the rules that if we win, we win.
I think you want to double check that.
I'll find somebody.
Is there still a get?
You could just give out a number, like pick a 4, pick a 7.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what we have to do here.
Is there still a gift closet there?
Yes. Yeah. Uh-huh.
It's under heavy lock and key after some of the snafus we've had recently.
Do you have the code?
No.
I used to go in there and steal stuff all the time.
Yeah, which is why it's now under lock and key.
Wait, are you admitting to going in there, or were you saying that generally speaking, some people would go in there and steal?
Because
when we
I
used
did
to be
the
across
show,
the street, and Chewy knew where it was, and
I was there on a Sunday with no one there, and they'd leave the door open like idiots.
What would you take?
T-shirts for the whole family in the Blammer.
We did have a Blammer-colored T-shirt once upon a time. We used to have
the neon yellow.
Highlighter.
Yeah,
we used to have the highlighter ESPN Milwaukee T-shirts.
Yeah. The good old days.
So, just so you know, that's how safe Chewy feels right now as a employee of Good Karma Brands. He's just out here tattling on himself about stealing stuff years ago.
Statute of limitations.
The statute is gone.
Yeah, at latest, he probably took something in 2017.
I mean, we went from Capitol.
Yeah.
To here, I mean, it's had to have been, 10 years ago since we've
More
been in that
than
building?
that.
No, 2017, I would say, is probably the last time Chewy took something out of. Yeah, we moved up to Capitol in 2018.
Oh, okay. I joined in 2020, so I figured it had to be longer than that. But yeah, I guess I didn't realize you guys were over across the street until 2017.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd take stuff out of the fridge, too. Sunday, there was no one there.
Well, you're a real joy coworker, aren't you?
Although, I mean, I guess at that point, what would be left in the fridge for you to take?
There's
on a Sunday?
sodas and stuff like that.
You don't drink soda?
On a Sunday back in the day, yeah.
A little Coke Diesel on the way home to get you through the drive.
I don't like this idea of like telling on ourselves years down the road. Like that feels like.
So you're not a big confession girl, Jen, are you? Huh?
Well, I'm telling the priest. I'm not telling all of our loyal listeners.
Honesty is a core value, Jen.
It is, but I also think stealing is not a core value.
Yeah,
that's fair.
No, I don't think that aligns with the actual one of honesty.
They seem to be in direct competition.
But
with
what
each
if you're
other,
honest
don't they?
later about the stealing?
I don't think it counts.
I got a priest that gives me general absolution every now and then. So
The
Oh,
priest
really?
isn't the person here we're concerned about.
So when you go to confession, you just say, he knows. Can you just?
No, if I see him in the street, I always ask.
Well, let's be honest here. Like if Craig was sitting across from if this was a Friday and Craig was with us, Craig wouldn't care if Chewy was taking a Coke every once in a while on a Sunday. Honestly, he probably saw Chewy do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Great boss.
And his reluctance to say anything is based on two things. One, size.
Size, yes.
And two, I think he just really likes you, pal. I think he just really, really likes you.
We had some weird stuff that went on in that Capitol building, though. The clown that was like just came out of nowhere across the street.
Oh, you're talking about not Capitol. You're talking about across the street, the blue building.
The blue building.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we used to have people who would stand at the window and just like.
And then we got bum rushed by the SWAT team one time, which was interesting.
There was a lot of public urination that went on right outside those windows.
Well, that was a federal building.
Which you get used to because the bus stop is right there. The only time I actually paused in the middle of a show and was at a loss for words and lost my train of thought is when somebody came off the bus, walked over to one of the shrubs right next to the window,
took a leak,
pulled a donut out, took a bite, and then put it back. That was the only time where I was like, wait, what's going on here? What did I just see?
What's going on here is what a lot of people are thinking as they're listening to this show this morning. We'll take a break here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Recovery is just as important as training. That's why my infrared sauna from Good Health Saunas has become a game changer. The deep heat loosens tight muscles, eases soreness, and improves flexibility so I can bounce back fast. Whether it's after a workout or a long week of travel, I feel stronger, more relaxed, and ready to tackle whatever's next. If you want to check out Good Health Saunas, stop in to the Good Health Saunas showroom in Waukesha or visit goodhealthsaunas.com/Jen.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
We do still have the situation just south of Moreland Road. Looks like they may be starting to reopen those ramps now. 94 westbound and eastbound off ramps to southbound Moreland Road are currently closed. So watch for the big delays. Eastbound's backed up from 164 to Moreland. The westbound side slowing down basically from Highway 100 to Moreland Road as well. Beyond that, though, in the construction zone right around Holly Road, we've got delays eastbound from 84th Street, and then we've got the westbound slowing from 25th Street to Holly Road. Southbound 41 slowing from Good Hope Road all the way down past Hampton. Northbound's backed up from Mayfair Road up to Hampton as well. And then we got the northbound side of 4394 coming out of the Mitchell interchange, slowing down around the Plainfield curve up to Oklahoma Avenue. Traffic is brought to you by the Neal Group. John Neal and his team know how to minimize your taxes to keep more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net to learn more. That's nealgroup.net. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast, today sunny and mild, a high of 53. Tonight partly cloudy, a low of 38. Weather is brought to you by Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more. Easy and affordable apparel personalization with no minimums and fast turnaround. For all your printing needs, bigfrog.com/Macwan. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Goldsmiths are essential to running a jewelry store, but they're extremely hard to find.
Goldsmiths can repair jewelry, set diamonds, resize rings, and create beautiful, one-of-a-kind pieces of custom jewelry.
Most jewelry stores do not have an in-house goldsmith.
But Kessler's has 18 wonderful goldsmiths working in our 9 Kessler stores.
The average Kessler's goldsmith has more than 15 years of full-time experience.
And that's not counting all the apprentice goldsmiths and jewelry designers.
Our goldsmiths repair wear a lot of jewelry that we did not sell.
Bring us your broken jewelry and we'll bring it back to life.
When you see a woman with an extremely attractive, very distinctive engagement ring,
You can safely assume that it's a custom-designed, one-of-a-kind ring made by the goldsmiths at Kessler's.
When your relationship is special, you need a special engagement ring.
if you want something that's breathtakingly one of a kind,
Come to Kessler's.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
The Previent Law Firm wanted to streamline their document printing. The firm's office manager, Chris Wilms.
And then I sat down with our rep, and he helped us find a better solution that would be cost effective.
James Imaging Systems Managed Print Services Program. All your print technology bundled under one program that includes parts, supplies, and service, all for one low cost per print.
Right. A better solution to help us save money over the long term.
And there's flexibility should your business needs change.
Yes. So that, again, is where we get the value of our money to readjust it, to go and update our contracts.
Chris, sounds like you might be willing to recommend managed print services from James Imaging Systems to other businesses.
Oh, I definitely would tell him James Imaging.
James Imaging Systems, managed print services, AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation. Call 262-781-7700. 262-781-7700. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
With your Saganiac Pawnee Marquette recap, I'm Chris Larson. Marquette held Arkansas Little Rock to just 20 points in the second half as they pounded the Trojans 89-49 at Fiserv Forum. Senior guard Chase Ross led the Golden Eagles, posting 16 points on 5 of 9 from the field.
Chase Ross comes the other way.
Oh, my goodness.
Hold on, tell the world. That is the official Tony Smith.
Launch
and
time.
And hammer.
The 3-1 Golden Eagles back in action Saturday as they welcome Buzz Williams and Maryland to Fiserv Forum.
For your little ones and your biggest joys, for your forever true and your fur kids too. For all the reasons you smile, get covered with dental and vision insurance from Delta Dental of Wisconsin and Delta Vision. Support your overall health so you can be your best for those who matter to you most. Call John Saganiac Jr. John Saganiac Jr., Saganiac Planning, 262-783-6161. Saganiac Planning, a name synonymous with employee benefits and top-notch service.
You're listening to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
And then you have Raj, who I didn't think he just didn't have the body type of a right
I
tackle.
have a question. I have a question. Who the hell are you talking about?
What's his name? Yash.
Raj?
Like, I was thinking, okay,
Who's Raj? You tell us, buddy.
On 94.5 ESPN.
St. Nick meets St. Kate. It's Jen telling you that the holidays are in full swing at St. Kate the Arts Hotel, where every celebration shines a little bit brighter. Browse unique gifts at the holiday marketplace, gather for unforgettable Christmas Eve and Christmas Day dining, and, of course, guys, they have Brunch with Santa, a family favorite filled with gifts, joy, treats, and holiday magic. Celebrate the season at St. Kate the Arts Hotel. Visit stkatearts.com/holidays for all of the festive details. We started the show this morning talking about screw it, let's try it. It was Joshy's idea a few days ago, like, hey, what's working is what you're doing isn't working, rather. It's a good example of that. So let's try some different stuff. Let's think outside the box. And look, we got a lot of good ideas in the first segment of the show. I'll rattle off a few of them before going back to my guys for a few new screw it, let's try it for the Packers offense. Gabe said eliminate the bubble screen. Chewy said have Jeff Hafley call the offensive plays. Someone said run the Wildcat. I said run tempo early in the game. Full drive, no stopping. We talked about doing a fake punt. We talked about Micah Parsons playing fullback, which I actually really like that idea. Just line him up on the other side of the ball. See what he can do. Maybe bowling ball his way to a few yards of first down. How about Malik Willis and Jordan Love both being on the field at the same time? Get out of shotgun, which again seemed like a very reasonable thing to maybe just try to shake things up a little bit. And Gabe said give Matthew Golden 8 targets. It doesn't have to be crazy. It doesn't have to be a big number, but just think about giving the rookie 8 targets the next time he's out there on the field. Gabe, you got another screw it, let's try it for the Green Bay Packers offense this weekend?
Let's just for a half, right? Like everybody's trying to figure out who should be calling plays. Why don't we let Jordan Love just call the plays on the field? They used to do it back in the Lombardi days. The quarterback was calling all the plays on the field. Why don't we just have Jordan Love just for a half, see how it goes? Just have Jordan Love call all the plays in the huddle on the field. Then you go tempo, you do all these different things. Just fully put it all into Jordan Love's hands. Let's just see what happens.
I've got an unpopular one that I'm considering.
Well, might as well just say it.
Picking the Giants.
I don't think you understand how the exercise works.
Let's move on quickly here. I've got
How many people are going to pick the Giants? Probably not a lot. Probably very little.
So you're screw it, just let's try it as pick the Giants?
lose?
Are you saying like it's some sort of like mental reverse curse type of thing?
Well, every suck team they played, they lost, right? What's Cleveland? What's their record?
It's bad.
Don't let
What's
them drag us
Dallas?
down this hole. We're going into a direction. Chewy, the idea here is what can
Is
we
to be
do on
positive?
offense to fix the team, not just what can we do that's unpopular or we haven't been done before.
Yeah, but another loss could galvanize them and say,
See,
enough's
now you're
enough.
on the right track.
You're saying lose on purpose.
Yes.
Okay, now I'm hearing you, right?
Okay.
I actually saw a suggestion that was like bench Jordan Love. Just see what happens. Just see what happens. Maybe the guys go, oh man, it's real serious now.
I've got two I want to roll into one here.
Oh boy.
What if we just pass every single play? Every single time. 100% pass. They'll never see it coming.
Well, because the next play could always be the one where we're going to run. But I'm saying the defense would think that.
Honestly, that's basically how Mike McCarthy ran play action. Mike McCarthy just threw the ball so much that play action could still work because the defense would actually say, okay, now they're finally going to run it.
Here's another one, and it's sort of correlated. How about you just go for it every single fourth down?
Never punt. I thought you were going to say run it every play.
No, never punt. We just don't punt.
Wherever the ball
high
is,
school possession possible.
Wherever the ball is, it's just where it is.
Yes.
We're either getting the first down or
Defense,
you're
you guys
taking
are
over
great.
at the 30.
Defense, you guys are great. It's going to put a little on you, but we got to switch things up. We're just going for it every single time.
We don't have 3 downs to get 10 yards. We got 4 downs to get 10 yards.
Exactly. I actually really like that. Of
that
course,
way,
Matt
the
LaFleur
average 3 yards per carry it changes the math.
hates change his relationship with third down too if he knows he's got another one there.
And you get rid of your punter, opens up another roster spot.
The other
for
kicker,
a lineman or a corner.
Yeah, I mean, again,
Haversick and McManus.
Thank you. You and I
at
are
the same time.
Now you're talking my language. I also like this suggestion that Josh, you put out there. Every penalty, 10 push-ups on the field.
Yeah, this is I like more along the procedural, like the mental air stuff.
Sure.
No. Run a lap.
shame.
I think you got to run a lap around Giant Stadium.
Wait.
Let's just have Hafley go, or if we'll give him the point. Just go.
So he's
You
running,
got
gotta
40
replace him?
seconds.
I was about
You
to say,
got 40 seconds.
He's not running the lap in 40 seconds.
I bet you Bull Melton never covers up an eligible wide receiver again if he has to publicly run around the stadium as everybody's watching on national TV.
Or, to your point, do 10 push-ups. I mean, I appreciate the run a lap thing, but these windows that they have for the football games are very tight. They're not going to want...
Again, he can be running. He's just going to have to be replaced on the play.
But then again, now he's tired. Now he's fatigued. He's got to come back in
Be
and
in
play
better
after
shape.
running.
Everyone
Should have
puts
thought
their
about that
shirts.
before you jumped and caused a 5-yard penalty.
Everyone puts their jerseys on backwards. That'll throw them off.
You like the trick play, though, don't you, Chew?
I do. It's about time they, offensively, when's the last time we saw a gadget play? The hook and ladder. The hook and ladder always works in the backyard every single time, Gabe.
Couldn't tell. I mean, I'm not sure the last
Annexation
time the
of Puerto
Packers
Rico
ran.
type stuff.
I said I have one here. Trick play every drive. You got to do one every single time.
Well, because guys love trick plays, right,
Love 'em.
Chew? From an energy standpoint, there's something there that, we're looking for sparks here. We're looking for something to shake the dust off, shake off the cobwebs of this offense.
Here's
How
another
about
one.
how about the O-line goes back to the way Dallas used to do it in the day? Remember that, where they would stand up and then go down? Or are you guys too young for that?
Are you talking in the 60s?
No, it was like the 80s.
I was born in 86, pal.
Do we think that's really going to make a difference in results, or is it just going
I'm
to look
just trying
different?
to shock the system, Gabe, and it doesn't matter you're born in 86. I had my first memory when I was like 6 months.
And nobody actually believes you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Here's one.
Ooh, the blammer?
Every kickoff, onside kick. Stealing possessions.
Yeah, but you got to tell them, though. That's the thing.
Yeah,
right?
don't care.
Well, and
Okay.
I don't think you can until the fourth quarter.
That's true. That's a bad point.
Wait, you can't onside kick until the fourth quarter?
Correct.
Yeah.
I did not know that was a rule.
It's part of the rule changes that they did with all the whole kickoff thing.
How about this? Edgerrin Cooper, offensive weapon.
Is he hurt? I thought I saw him on the injury report. Questionable?
I mean, everybody's on the injury
Who isn't on the injury report?
Yeah, that was the
Did
other
you
thing I
see-
noticed.
did
I
you
saw
see how
Micah
long that
Parsons was on the injury report.
Here you go. Here's another one. Defer both halves. Just get the defense on the field, right?
Well,
It's the better product.
Accidentally almost do that?
Yeah, uh-huh.
800-990-3776. Loyal listeners giving their suggestions for our Screw It, Let's Try It segment here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Here's a crazy one. What if we have our offensive linemen play just one position and not musical chairs?
Too far.
Yeah. I mean, look, I like it in principle. Ideally, yes, utopia, etc.
Unfortunately, it's just not how it plays out in the NFL.
Well, and not how they want to do things.
Phil in the 630 says, how about we stop giving the ball to Savion Williams?
Hey, again, I think that goes back to the whole bubble screen thing, right? I mean, maybe he wants to eliminate the end around as well, because those seem to be the two plays that Savion gets the ball.
Chef Ed says you should stuff LaFleur in a locker and let Love draw the plays up in the dirt.
What about punting on third down on occasion? Hey, third and long?
That seems
third and long? Let's just get the good position.
But do it with Love?
Yeah.
Where he's in the shotgun. That takes a couple of steps back. And
catch him off guard.
Boom. Now they're pinned back deep because they don't have anybody back to return the punt.
Exactly.
She's not working a high school game or two.
Okay, of all of these that we've suggested, again, this is pending Matthew Golden being healthy enough to be on the field. I like Gabe's. Give Golden 8 targets. Again, we're not being greedy here, folks. We're not saying 15 targets, right? We're not saying make him the obvious focal point of the offense. We're just saying, a little sprinkle of action.
He stands out on the field more than any other wide receiver.
Crazy.
And they just don't get, he's had to work so hard to get 5 or 6 targets, which are his 2 highest games. Bo Melton goes out there and gets 5 targets, no problem.
Well, and again, you're looking at
Monday
other
night.
wide receivers that are in his draft class this past year who are the focal point of their offense. And yes, I understand that Green Bay is like, oh, no, we got this embarrassment of riches. Do you? Do you have it? Because embarrassment comes to mind, but not in that way.
But, I mean, with Tampa Bay, and I know their wide receivers are beat up, but even when the other guys were healthy, they were still getting Emeka Ibuka the ball.
Mm-hmm.
They're still going, yeah, we got to get this guy the ball. Yeah, I'm not crazy, right? He stands out to other people when you're watching the game. Just, this guy seems different.
You said embarrassment of riches. I view it more as like an embarrassment of nickels. We got a whole bunch of guys that are worth 5 cents a pop. Not really going to do us much. You put them all together, and you're like, what do we got, 50 cents here? Put it all together. Yeah, this is great. Wonderful.
Jerriette in the YouTube stream says, what if we stop letting Rich Bisaccia have any say over anything?
I believe there's a word for that in the English language.
Is it fired?
It's fired. Yeah, I believe it's fired. I think.
Welcome to my opinion since 2021.
I believe what that says is, what if we fired Rich Bisaccia?
Josh is like, happy to have you here. Plenty of room on the bench. Let's go.
I've been warming up seats for years now.
All right, we got to take a break here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. When you were talking about an embarrassment of nickels, it is a good segue for our next segment here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. R.I.P. the penny. We'll talk about it right after this.
If you feel like you're running on empty, Mentality Health is here to help because they can help you with low testosterone. If you go to the website, mentalityhealth.com/radio, you can book your first appointment. But how do you know if you're dealing with low testosterone? Maybe you have low energy or motivation. You have fatigue. You're just tired all the time, anxious, moody, irritable, weight gain or muscle loss, especially belly fat. All of those are signs of low testosterone. And if any of that sounds like you, again, just book that first appointment to see if you are dealing with low testosterone. Mentalityhealth.com/radio. And what Mentality can do if you're dealing with low testosterone is help you out. They focus on free testosterone levels, which a lot of doctors overlook, ensuring then that you get treatment that is tailored to you and your body. Then if you start with the treatments with Mentality, if you have low testosterone, your energy can come roaring back. The belly fat burns off, muscle strengthens. You start to feel like yourself again, which to me is really important. You're confident, driven, ready to tackle life. So what are you waiting for? Don't let low testosterone hold you back. Be at your best for yourself and your family. Go to mentalityhealth.com/radio, mentalityhealth.com/radio, and book your first appointment today.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN.
Brighten up your home, workplace, or event with flowers and trust Welke's Milwaukee Florist to be your local florist. Welke's is family-owned and has delivered beauty for customers and businesses for well over 100 years. Join Welke's flower subscription so your home is always fresh, or discover the benefits of creating a corporate account and leave the work to them. Welke's Milwaukee Florist has locations in Elm Grove and at 56th and North in Milwaukee. Go to Welkes.com, that's WELKES.com for more info and to place an order.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at more than 25 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that's Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
The Packers have lost 3 games this year. In those games, they've allowed the following amount of points: 13, 16, and 10. And for a team that's supposed to have a dominant offense that hasn't been able to get it done in those spots, questions naturally arise. Matt LaFleur asked by our Jason Wilde Wednesday, would he consider giving up play calling? Take a listen to this interaction.
You're not going to give up play calling, I assume? No.
While the Packers' offensive shortcomings are no laughing matter, maybe the panic mode we've entered is. The Packers, after all, are 5-3-1 on the season. I'm Alex Stroh.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
Need to find that perfect home? Don't sell. Upgrade with a home equity loan. Renovate that kitchen. Retile that bath. You choose the fixtures. Let us do the math. Tri-City National Bank. Equal housing lender. NMLS 433891.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Gabe Neitzel for Events by Design. Events like appreciation parties and retreats can go a long way towards boosting morale and retaining top talent. Events by Design is your go-to creative partner for employee events that truly make an impact. They help leaders retain top talent by making their people feel seen, valued, and celebrated. The creative team at Events by Design does all the planning and production, making sure things not only look great, but also work. Make a smart investment in your culture today. Search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
Penalty flags? Not here. Carbless is the clean play that every football fan can agree on. With 0 sugar, 0 carbs, and just 100 calories, you get all the flavor without the penalty. Whether you're tailgating outside the stadium, hosting a crew at home, or watching solo in your lucky jersey, Carbless brings premium cocktails right into the huddle. Made to be refreshingly delicious and game day ready, Carbless keeps fans cheering from kickoff to the final whistle. So this season, skip the sugar, skip the carbs, and make the winning call. Find your bliss with Carbless.
Are you looking for reliable transportation this holiday season? I got you covered. Hey, it's Jen Latta from ESPN Milwaukee. With holiday parties, family gatherings, and year-end events on the horizon, I trust Accutrans Group to handle all my private transportation needs. Whether it's a corporate function or a festive celebration, Accutrans gets me there safely and on time. As a veteran-owned business, they pride themselves on top-notch service that you can count on. Booking is easy, stress-free, and reliable. Just visit AccuTransGroup.com to reserve your holiday ride today. That's AccuTransGroup.com.
It's back Black Friday at Ewald Automotive Group, and it's our biggest event yet. Shop vehicles with up to $10,000 off, or 0% financing, or 0 down. We'll do whatever it takes to move all remaining 2025s. Our biggest savings of the year, lowest interest rates, maximum trade values, and huge selection. Black Friday is back now at every Ewald location.
On select models with approved credit offers cannot be combined. See dealer for details. Expires a month end.
Give the gift of a special night out from the Bartolotta restaurants. Purchase a gift card at bartolottas.com and get a $20 holiday bonus for every $100 you spend. Happy holidays from all of us at the Bartolotta restaurants, and thank you, Milwaukee.
It's Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Unbelievable that they ran all over this vaunted defense, this elite defense.
What Kool-Aid?
Why? It was poop Kool-Aid, and we gobbled it down.
On 94.5 ESPN.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. This November, BetterHelp is encouraging everyone to reach out, check on your friends, reconnect with your loved ones, and remind the people in your life that you are there for them and that they can be there for you. BetterHelp therapists work according to a strict code of conduct. They are fully licensed in the United States. If you have found yourself feeling stuck or feeling like life's challenges are a little tougher right now than they have been in the past, BetterHelp can help. They've got more than 30,000 therapists, one of the world's largest online therapy platforms. They've served more than 5 million people globally, and I have found in my own experience that when I talk to someone about the things that are jamming me up, it always feels better when we untie those knots. If you have felt like me and you think you could use some help, BetterHelp could be your answer. Call pound 250, say the keyword timeout. That's pound 250, say the keyword timeout for 10% off your first month at BetterHelp. Well, it was a good run by the penny. 232 years, gang, but officially died on Wednesday when the United States stopped making the penny. I was at the grocery store the other day, gang, and there's a sign at the checkout that says, for all cash transactions going forward, they will be rounding it up to the nearest 5 cents. Now, that doesn't affect me because I boop the card every time.
Round it up? How come they won't round down?
So, hey, listen.
Like if you've got something that's $7.31.
Go down to 30.
Yeah.
You're saying the closest. They should round either way to the closest nickel.
Yeah. That's the way you want to do it.
Hey, I'll bring that up next time I'm rolling through with my French bread and
suggestion for management,
my soup, which is what I was getting at the grocery store. There have been a lot of people clamoring this for a long time, Chew. Clamoring for this. Getting rid of the penny.
Get rid of everything. Change.
Get rid of everything?
Right. Get rid of change. What do you need?
Change. I thought you were saying change like,
Yeah.
Nah, what are you crazy?
Why can't you get rid of change? What do you need change for?
Well, you're gonna be cool with paying for something that's $2.25. Now that's $3.
No, round down.
Yeah, they ain't gonna do that, pal.
You don't think so?
No.
Then write it off. Why, do you actually want change, Gabe?
Well, no, but if you're paying cash, I don't want to have to pay more because that's going to add up over time. You add up 25 cents here, 25 cents there. Like that eventually adds up over time.
It's funny because I have very vivid memories, gang, of my dad having one of those big water jugs, the water things in his bedroom when we were growing up. And every day when he'd come home from work, he would just take his pocket change and, we would get to put it into the big water jug. And there was nothing better than the sound, right, of that clinking on the change that was already there and reverbing off the walls. And it was kind of cool. And then eventually, once it got full, they took it over to the bank. And that was kind of a fun day of I have no idea how much money he had saved and how much filled up that water jug. But I have very distinct memories of change. And I got to tell you guys, my 7-year-old, my 5-year-old, no clue. Yeah. Zero concept of change. I asked my daughter the other day how much it was in a nickel. And she was like, I don't know. I was like, well, that makes sense. You've never seen change. We pay for everything with cards.
When's the last time you paid for something in cash? Everyone.
I got certain people in my life that only take cash.
Really?
Who?
Gabe?
Last time I paid for something in cash. I was in Orlando with my wife and my mother-in-law. We went to the botanical garden, paid for that in cash. It was cheaper to pay in cash.
Oh, that's true. Sometimes they give you a discount if there's cash. But my lawn people, like the people that mow our lawn, only take cash.
Yeah, it's a cash business, baby.
I wonder why. That's weird.
That's peculiar.
That is very
I
weird.
think I have a good idea, but let's just keep that off the airwaves for tax purposes, shall we?
Cash-only bars is probably where I do it the most. And
Oh, sure.
I'm
There's
probably
still a
at one
couple
of
of
those once a month.
Really? I didn't know there was such a thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because then you avoid all the fees and
Taxes.
whatnot from the credit card companies.
My great friends at Highland Lanes love those people.
I'm reading correctly that this was an expense thing, right? It was costing more to make the pennies than the pennies were worth.
I believe it was costing just a little over 3 cents to make the penny. So it costs triple what it's worth.
It does give new meaning, though, to find a penny, pick it up all day long, you'll have good luck.
I mean, don't worry.
Only if it's heads up. You can't pick up any piece of change.
There's still 300 billion in circulation. So there's still a couple out there, even though they stopped
So
making
what
them.
Gabe is saying, don't run to your bank and grab a roll of pennies thinking that you're going to somehow, have an investment sitting around in your drawer. All right. Penny for your thoughts. Will D and Tausch is next on ESPN Milwaukee. Have a great day, everybody.
We've got eastbound 94 backing up from